You jumped up, you crooked grind down a bike rack, big fucking deal. But back then, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Old School Review, the series where I review skateboard videos from my past that influenced me. Maybe they'll influence you as well. I was going to do Ninja review this week, but out of 5 submissions, only 1 made the cut. 2 were VX footage, 1 was like this 2-minute intro with no skateboarding, and the other one was just some guy swimming. So the trolling is real, but that's fine. Now we have time to review Globe Opinion. This video came out in 2001, and for a lot of people, it was super popular because Rodney Mullen had a part. We're not going to watch that part today. We're going to review the parts that didn't have that much hype. Although for me, they did have hype. So let's jump right into it. Play. First part, Chad Fernandez. He's pushing. He's about to go for a giant lip slide. This guy was really popular back in the day for doing crazy big rail stunts. He was good at a lot of stuff, but from what I remember, things like nose slides down rails, you would think is kind of unorthodox. This guy didn't do a bunch of huge kick flips or huge frontside flips, but he did do some crazy shit down rails, fakie, which even today you don't see a lot of that. So let's watch and enjoy. Feeble grind coming up. Frontside nose grind, maybe you call that an overcrook, I don't know. One thing I don't like about this video is the way that they show tricks over and over again. It's cool to show a trick in regular motion once and then show a slow-mo one, but there's several parts in this video, I'm sure you guys will see, where it just gets really repetitive. Here we have a Varial Flip. I really like those. Who's bringing Varial Flips back? Front tail. I think that spot's super gnarly because you can sack and then get stuck and then front flip and then die. 5 people died on that spot in 2002. They had to knob it. I made all that information up right now. Fakie nose blunt, switch front tail. Fakie nose slide, anyone can do that. Oh, he kills this spot right there. That table, he does frontside flip. Okay, here it is. After that, okay, in a minute, he does frontside heel and grinds down that. We just saw a hard flip back tail. He's got the ledges. Oh, Mongo, which was fine back then. I guess it's frowned upon today, but I still do it. And although I realize it is wildly inefficient, it just feels good. It just feels good. Nollie front tail, front heel, switch 5-0 down the box, switch frontside flip. A lot of action here. I told you guys they repeat tricks sometimes as far as the slow-mos, but right now we got a lot of action. And if you guys could hear the song, it's like this big, heavy, like guitar, like from what I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. Or maybe I'm getting this confused with the next part we're gonna watch, which is Jayme Fortune, who also has a crazy bag of tricks. Switch crook down the rail, there you go. Oh, nose grind down. I think that if you skateboarded in the year 2001, you definitely watched this video, so I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this video if you already watched it. I don't want to give away too much, so I want to see what you remember about this video, and then you're going to watch a little bit of this. But if this is your first time watching this video, okay, I want to hear your thoughts, but this is the lamest shit in the video in my opinion, and I'm not exaggerating. They made a replica of Staples Center, built it, added coping, and made it seem like it was gnarly. And maybe I don't know much of the backstory. Why not just go to Staples Center and do the grind? Front lip down this giant handrail. For any indication as to how big that fucking rail is, only last year did people start doing other tricks down that shit. You guys saw somebody did back nose grind or whatever, back over crook, excuse me. Somebody tray flipped it, somebody 360'd it, and that was how many years ago? 2001, 2018? It took 17 years for people to start skating that crazy spot? Yes, crazy indeed. Next part is Jayme Fortune. I first heard about this guy, oh, Mongo, again, from a Santa Cruz video, and he has some really cool, unorthodox, like, fakie tricks also. He does, like, fakie nose blunts and just crazy shit. You guys will see somewhere in here, he does a really gnarly switch varial flip that I remember about. Perfect nollie heel, nose slide, switch flip back Smith on a park, though. There was other parts in this video that had park footage. I don't know why that was. Maybe it wasn't frowned upon so much, or maybe they were, maybe they knew that it was going to be a Rodney Mullen part, so it was going to be a lot of just standing around, not moving, not jumping downstairs. Boom, switch flip. So they're like, you know what? Rodney Mullen does most of his tricks standing still, so we're going to go ahead and allow some park footage. Not a big deal. Although, I don't know if that's the real story. I may have made that up right now. He kills, okay, look at that. fakey, blindside, fucking nose slide, is that what you would call it? And then he jumps across this gap, fakey, switch backside flip, stiff legs, switch back 180, switch flip back tail. This was one of the first guys that I watched consistently that was really good at, like, for example, switch flip back tails. You guys saw P-Rod do it and shit like that, but this guy, I don't know. Oh, look at shit like that. Even today, no one barely does shit like that. Oh, and right here, here's what I was talking about. Switch varial flip. I think maybe it was easier to stick out back in 2001. I feel like that's for sure a fact. But that just kind of goes to show how far these guys were sticking out, because even today, you don't see a lot of people, for example, nose sliding down big round handrails. Okay, that editing sucked fucking balls. You don't see fakey nose blunt the way he just did it earlier. There's still a lot of things you don't see. You don't see people skating tiny fucking handrails either. Get a look at that handrail. That's got to be a foot off the ground. Still, the trick was crazy, not like nose slide. And, okay, this spot, I want to ask you guys, why have we not seen the craziest tricks ever down that spot? The rail looks beautiful. And ever since this video, I never saw it again. Something else I never saw again, Danny Gonzalez. This guy, I remember the craziest thing ever. He kickflip meloned down Wallenberg, and he had this part, and then he just seemed to completely fucking disappear. There was one part I saw on YouTube where I think he did, maybe it was kickflip melon. Might have been kickflip. It was the craziest gap ever. It looked like the gap was 2 miles long. He dropped in on this thing, boom, pops out of nose blunts and shit. And then, anyways, find the YouTube clip. Somebody link it. He does kickflip melon across this giant, like, ramp to gap. And he did some tricks that I thought were really crazy. Like, today, I would say that this is kind of cheap. Okay, you jumped up, you crooked grind down a bike rack, big fucking deal. But back then, I was so amazed by this type of skating. Like, oh, I built this thing, I stacked up a bunch of tables, I didn't even care about the Tic Tacs back then. And then he's doing all this. I remember as a kid, I was like, look, dude, he does all these crazy tricks and then just keeps going, dude, what the fuck? Now I kind of see that it was kind of cheap. Back 5-0 is not that crazy. And then shit like this, they do the transition, which, I don't know, I was not really impressed by. But the trick was cool, especially as a kid. Tricks like kickflip body varial and sex change and all these weird, like, confusion, like, oh, the shove it goes one way and I jump the other way. That's cool as a kid. So when you watch this, you're like, oh, that's amazing. Much like a video like this would appeal to someone who's never seen Rodney Mullen. But then like this, he jumps from one board to the other board. As a kid, this was so amazing. And then, oh, this too, dude. I still today do this. I don't even think that's cheap. I think that's like a fun, cool thing to do. Boom, kick flips out. And then I think he jumps over a rail or something. Something crazy happens here. So we're walking this thin line between like, okay, is it cheesy? Is it corny? Or is there a lot of skill? And then boom, craziest line in the whole fucking video. A wall ride, kick flips out, does a flat ground trick, does this rail into a fucking fence. I always wanted to visit this spot just so I could do the rail into the fence because there's something that just makes that extra cool. Maybe it's just me. Kickflip nose manual, hits the wall, comes backwards. Is this a run? A line? Switch front shove? Yes, it is. Some weird body varial, maybe? No. And he does fucking handrails? What happened to this guy? Oh, man. What I wouldn't give to just, it makes me wonder, like, skateboarders seem to come and go. Oh, one wheel bullshit? If you've been skateboarding as long as I have, and you see all these skateboarders who were really popular, unstoppable, that just made me think of Scott Kane. But there's a million names that go along with that. And that's kind of lame. And he landed, not bolts. And he does this little hop. I don't like that little hop. Didn't like it then, don't like it now. And then this type of editing gets all weird. And then they play it. Oh, the song is goofy as fuck. I can't wait for you guys to watch this on your own time. My mind's all over the place because I just have so much to say. And I didn't want to make a series where all I do is just name tricks. I wanted to make you guys understand why a video like this was influential for, I don't know, 16-year-old, 17-year-old skateboarder or whatever. Obviously, I was not as old as that because then that would make me 57 years old. Check the math, I'm not sure. But I want you guys to understand why a video like this would be super memorable for anyone skateboarding in this time period. I think objectively, you could argue because of the trick selection. You guys have a lot of different styles, a lot of different tricks, Filming's pretty good. Music, although you guys can't hear music in this video, the music in this fucking skate video is all fucking over the place. There's hip-hop, there's like crazy metal, there's like this weird goth bullshit. Danny Gonzalez skates to some weird fucking Australian like happy funk music. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but there's something for everyone in this video, and like I said, if you want to be objective, these tricks are gnarly. I'm not gonna sit here and suck the video's dick all day, but I do want to hear your opinions on Globe Opinion. If you guys saw it back in the day, I want to hear what you remember most about this video, and if today this is your first time being exposed to this video, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think it's lame? Oh, it's too blurry. I know it's blurry. The video's from fucking forever ago, and I want you guys to experience it the way I experienced it, in a tiny fucking window, and it had to take fucking 3 days to download. Yeah, I'll admit it, I stole the fucking video online, and then guess what I did? I bought it a few weeks later. Let me know in a comment below your thoughts. Also, let me know which old school video we should review maybe next week or the week after next week, depending on how many videos of people swimming I get. Look at this guy's fucking doggy paddling all Mongo, can barely fucking swim switch, and every time he grabs the inner tube, his fucking foot touches the water. Turn it off! Please, hit like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Hit the bell, tell your friends. We also upload 5 videos per week here on NinjaLifestyle, and I'm always open to hearing your guys' thoughts on new ideas. This series and Ninja Review has been around forever, so I'm down to do other shit as long as you guys don't want me to play some stupid-ass fucking game where I'm breaking down trees with balloons and fucking throwing pool noodles everywhere. Speaking of pool noodles, swimming review coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Kuna Matata, bitches. In the arms